Greetings, my friends. This is Waz coming at you. This is my first fireside chat. FDR had fireside chats back when he was president, and I thought this would be appropriate to have a fireside chat in the winter. Here in Michigan, it's quite cold this time of year. And I personally don't like winters anymore. I mean, the older I get, the more I hate them. I've been in Michigan my whole life. You know, when you're younger and that, you enjoy the snow and playing and that. And I remember even as a young adult, I'd go outside in the winter without a jacket on. It was no big deal. But these days, you do that and you literally freeze to death when you get older like me. So I thought fireside chat would be something be nice to have, at least for the winter time. And there's a few things I want to talk about. First thing I want to touch on is any football fans out there. The Detroit Lions are playing tonight. This is Sunday. I'm recording this against the San Francisco 49ers. And if the Lions actually win this game, they will make it to the Super Bowl for the first time in the team's history. The Super Bowl has been around since 1966. And the Lions are the only team that has been in the National Football League since then. They've been around since I think the 20s or so. The Detroit Lions have, and they've never actually been to a Super Bowl. They've won a championship before there was an official Super Bowl, but you have to go back to the 1950s for that. So it's been about almost 70 years since they've been in the final game, and they've never been in a Super Bowl. So, needless to say, everybody here in the Metro Detroit area is rooting for the Lions. And another thing I wanted to talk about, of course, was Texas. And the problem with illegal aliens crossing the border there. Of course, that's been the talk of the town around the country and possibly or even around the world since Joe Biden is doing everything possible to prevent Texas from stopping this flow of illegal aliens crossing the border. And we need to side with Texas on this without question. We have to put our foot down. I mean, at some point, we just have to stop this. It has to stop. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of illegal aliens crossing into this country each and every day. We don't know who these people are, where they're going. We know they're from all kinds of countries around the world. South America, China, Russia, the Middle East, everywhere. And they just scatter all around the country. You got people in New York who's complaining about them. In Chicago, they're complaining about them. So many of them showing up. They're all over the country. And we need to put a stop to this. This is just unacceptable. We're past the point of no return, in my opinion. If we don't stop it now, we're going to be in big trouble. And another thing I want to talk about too is, of course, Donald Trump. Now, he's killing it when it comes to these caucuses. I don't know if he's going to lose one caucus. It's possible he'll win all 50 of them. If each state has a caucus, I don't know if every single state does, but Super Tuesday and all that stuff, he's probably just going to clean house. I mean, he's not going to lose anything. I can't see him losing anything at all. And there's absolutely no way he will lose this election in November, unless they cheat again, or they throw him in prison or something like that. There's absolutely no way he is going to lose. I mean, if there's a straight-up election with no election interference or anything like that, he's just going to crush whoever they put against him. I don't even know why Nikki Haley's still in the running. I don't know why she hasn't quit yet. There's no way in hell she's going to win this. I don't know what she's thinking. In fact, I think the Democrats should nominate her. There's not really much of a difference between her and Hillary Clinton, in my opinion. I mean, she's a neocon when it comes to the wars and everything like that. She's a deep state shill. There's not really much difference between her and Hillary Clinton. She should run as a Democrat. Without question, she's a rhino. It was funny, I saw on a news show, I think it was one of the Sunday morning shows, I think it was Joy Reid. Oh, no, actually it wasn't the Sunday morning show, it was actually the night of one of the caucuses, and she was commenting on Nikki Haley. And the reason why Nikki Haley isn't doing better in these caucuses is because she's a woman, and a woman of color. And Republicans, of course, are racist. That's why they're not voting for her. Now, if anybody remembers, not too long ago, Nikki Haley was voted to be governor of South Carolina, the reddest of red states, twice. So these same hate-filled, racist Republicans, in possibly the reddest of red states in the country, voted for her to be their governor 2 times. I wish somebody on MSNBC would have been there to call her out on this, but of course that's not going to happen. But the fact of the matter is Nikki Haley's not going to win because she's running against Donald Trump. Nobody's going to beat Donald Trump in 2024. It's just not going to happen. Again, unless they cheat. We all know this. We all know that's the case. So, and I hope it doesn't come to that, because if there is some cheating, or if something happens where they throw him in jail or something, there's going to be, unfortunately, it's to the point now where people are so fed up. If one more thing happens to Donald Trump, with all these lawsuits and all this other stuff, he actually ends up in prison. I'm afraid there's going to be some sort of civil war. It's gotten to the point where enough is enough. And people aren't just going to stand for this anymore. What they're doing to patriots, basically what they're doing to everybody who's not a crazy, wacky leftist. They consider us all terrorists. We're on these terrorist watch lists and all this other stuff. Simply because you support Donald Trump or you don't go along with their woke nonsense. It's gotten to the point where something's going to happen. Someone is going to snap. I don't want this to happen, but I don't see how it won't. Something will happen. Something will trigger it, and there'll be some sort of civil war or something. And I pray that doesn't happen, but I don't see any other way. Unless the left suddenly starts backing off with all their woke nonsense, and Biden and everybody starts backing off. But I don't see that happening. But anyway, I hope you like my first Fireside chat. And I'll be doing more of these. I haven't done any sort of podcast or anything lately, so I plan on doing these at least a few times a week. And hope you all have a good Sunday or whenever it is that you're listening to this. And I say go Lions. Hope they make it. And I'll talk to you all again soon, my friends.